And there we go. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the most must-see fantasy football, AVI-NFL fantasy football podcast that films at 2:33 on Tuesday afternoon this time. We're coming at you on Tuesday with a special, I guess it's not really special. We're kind of getting into the more normal stuff, huh?
Pretty normal now.
Yeah, definitely is. Yeah, so we're back to football. Week one. I guess we should go with introductions first. I guess I am your hostess with the mostest, Mr. Garrett M. Laguna. The M stands for Monday Night Madness. My Giants lost, but you know what? I won, and that's what matters.
And I'm Tony S. Burgess. I guess S would be Sunday Madness, and the Packers won on Sunday, and I won my fantasy team or fantasy game. So it was the most perfect weekend of football for me it could be.
Packers did really well this week, man. Devontae Adams is definitely a force to be reckoned with.
I had an option to, and I got Derrick Henry instead, which
we
did fine too. But
did okay, but definitely not the 41 points that Devontae Adams got this week.
That was impressive. And Rodgers, I also having Rodgers as a quarterback, that looked nice too.
Definitely. I'm sure it did. So for those of you who are new to this and just joining us for the first time here, welcome. This is what we're going to end up doing here from here on out. On Tuesdays, we're going to talk about what happened last week. So this week, we're just going to give a simple, quick rundown of what happened last week, not in football, but with our league and how everything's breaking down so far after just week one. And let me tell you, there's a very special person at number one this week.
I think it's a lot of people. It's just 1-0, man. What do you mean? We're all 1-0.
Number one on the rankings, and we'll get to him.
Who gives a crap about their rankings?
We'll get to that like sexy hairy man beast here in a minute.
Okay.
Well, we're going to start off with the team that is in sixth place. They still won, but that is going to be the game that happened between Dave and Cody, Colorado Beer Fan and CD's TDs.
That was, from what I saw, it was a pretty good game. You know, Dave was not projected to win from the beginning, but I mean, it's Dave. You can't count that guy out. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, Dave definitely got lucky on a couple things.
Yeah,
Ravens getting 15 points for him. Jonathan Taylor Thomas getting him 16 points for him. The CEH, man, 24. Definitely helped with a relatively lackluster Mahomes start of the year, especially when you consider he got 20 points and Josh Allen got 32 points. Damn.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. But
I mean,
an interesting game, yeah.
Yeah, it. Really, it came down to Monday night because it was only 1 point difference going into Monday Night Football, and only Dave had somebody playing, and that was Evan Ingram. So there was a chance that Cody still could have won, given like a catch and fumble situation with Evan Ingram. So there was still hope, I guess, for Cody, but he was done playing by Monday Night Football. It was basically Dave's to lose at that point.
Yeah, so I mean, Dave pulled it out at the end.
Like yep, 124 to 120. Pretty close game.
His original projection was, I think, in the only 100 or so. Like, it wasn't supposed to be a crazy high score.
No.
They were projecting Cody to win by a good bit, but again, Dave, he knows what he's doing. So yeah, you say it's lucky, but that dude is he's pretty good at fantasy football.
Absolutely, and he definitely is banking on those rookie running backs this year. And with the injury to Marlon Mack, Jonathan Taylor is going to see a huge extension in roles and touches and everything. Also, Namin Hines, obviously, after what he did last week.
Yeah, I almost picked up Marlon Mack, so I'm glad I didn't.
Right. He was one of those guys on my watch list. Honestly, I should have
Yeah,
picked up Nameen Hines. I know that I'm not going to get him if I try and put in a waiver for him because everybody's looking at that 28 points that he put up and they're going to be losing their minds over it and wanting to pick him up. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think he's going to be the main guy. I think Jonathan Taylor Thomas is going to usurp
eventually,
him.
yeah, it'll be him, Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah.
He just didn't have that great of a game. At least the stats weren't impressive.
Dude, they lost to the Jacksonville Jaguars, man.
Gardner Minshew.
Right?
Yeah.
Minshew Mania.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was Dave's game though. And yeah, so Dave is in sixth place right now. I'm sure that's not a place he's used to being, but let's give it time and let's see if we can kick him down further.
Well, I mean, again, I that doesn't mean anything right now. One and
No,
zero.
we're
Still
one game
1-0.
in. Yeah. So in our second game, our number 5 team right now, number 5 is currently Jen and up to Noah Good. She played Jamie this week, Osnipa Creek.
Okay.
And yeah, this was the biggest point differential in scoring, like between teams
Right. It
this
wasn't
week.
like
It
close.
was a 39.7 point differential between the two. And it's not like Jamie didn't have anybody going like Josh did this week. He had a full team going on. It's just, man, Carson Wentz, get
Nothing.
rid of him. Get rid of Carson Wentz, man. He was getting eaten alive back there, man. 2 interceptions. Yeah, he threw for 2 pass
Yeah.
touchdowns, but
He got cut in my other league. He's like the best available quarterback right now. Someone cut him.
right, dude, 8 sacks against him. That offensive line is trash this year, especially with the injury there to like their best offensive lineman that just happened.
Yeah.
So yeah, unfortunately, yeah, Carson Wentz I think is going to be trash this year. You can't really bank on him at
That was the
all.
biggest upset I saw this weekend. Quite
Yep.
honestly, was the
And
Eagles
then
losing to the
yeah,
Washington football team.
Washington football teams.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, you have the issue going on with Michael Thomas. He sprained his ankle. He got rolled up
I
on.
Dude, I did not expect the Saints offense to be that lackluster.
Dude, I didn't expect their offense to be. Yeah, they put up 34 points, but
Yeah, it's
they
your
were
quarterback,
really
right?
lackluster. But it came down to the defense. It was all that defense, man. Eating Tom Brady alive. Jackrabbit Jenkins getting that pick six. Like, damn.
Yeah. No,
Sad I didn't play them.
it's weird. You know, the Saints are normally their defense usually sucks and their offense is.
Not really. Last year they were the number 8th ranked defense,
Yeah,
which
no,
is
you're
one of
right.
the reasons I
They've
went
gotten
into
better.
picking them up.
They got better.
And this offseason they've just had and improved.
Yep.
So yeah, after the showing that they put forth against Tom Brady and the offensive weapons that Tampa Bay has, nah, man, there is no chance I am not playing them the rest of the season.
Yep.
And the other funniest thing too is they actually tied on total points with the Washington football teams for defense. They both
That's
had 15 points.
never would have guessed that. Ever.
Yeah.
Man.
But yeah, Jen did great this week. She had a great week. Her tight end, Mark Andrews, killed it with like 22 points. Alvin Kamara had 26 points. Kyler Murray had 28 points. She did really well. Not too much on the bench that she could have done. It's kind of funny because she has like, I want to say 2 of the top 3 tight ends right now.
Yeah. Who's the second one?
Yeah, she's got Dallas Goddard, who had 24
Oh, she
points.
has him.
Mark Andrews had 22 points, and Noah Fan had 19 points.
Wow,
She's got 3
thought
tight
Daniel was
ends.
the one that has a plethora of good tight ends.
Nah, man, it's all her. Jen's the one that's like, nope, give me all the tight end. And it really pisses me off that Dallas Goddard got 24 points, 101 receiving yards, and a touchdown. It's like, dude, you couldn't throw to Ertz? Come on. Yeah, you gave him that early touchdown, but you didn't throw to him at all from the end of the first quarter on.
Yeah.
So, whatever.
Yep.
So that was that game. Going on to our next game, we have AVI Fantasy, ranked number 4 right now, who went up against Josh this week in Kittles and Bits. Poor Kittle, man. He's down for the season. It sounds like possibly.
No, I was just watching literally just watching Sports Center. They say it's a knee sprain. So he'll probably be out this week, and they don't know how many weeks he will be out. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, if they put him on IR, it's weird this year. It's only
Yep.
3 weeks you have to be out, and then you come back. So it's not the end of the world if he does go on IR, but he will be out for a little bit probably.
Yep. Yeah. One person who did end up on IR in this game at the end of the week is Le'Veon Bell.
Yeah, and I'm glad I didn't get him. I'm glad I didn't draft him. I thought about it in both my drafts, and I did not.
Yep, I thought about Lev Bell too. I mean, how can you really go against Lev Bell, especially in the 5th and 6th round? But nah, screw that, man. The immortal Frank Gore. Give me all of the immortal Frank Gore.
That dude is going to start. Yep.
Yeah. But this game was a pretty big point differential too. Anthony won 131.7 to Josh's 98.2.
Who was the one that didn't set the kicker?
Josh.
Oh, did he?
He did not set a kicker. He got a kicker. He never put him onto his active roster, though. He got Dan Bailey for Minnesota. So never actually played him.
They probably wouldn't have made a difference, right? He would have lost.
No, not at all. He would have gotten 4 extra points. Besides that, everything else that he did was really what he should have done. You can't trade out Deshaun Watson for Gardner Minshew.
Yep.
Plus, Watson did better. And then, I mean, do you really logically take out Nick Chubb for Sony Michel or David Montgomery coming off a groin injury?
I wouldn't.
No, absolutely not. So yeah, they got 3-4 more points than what Nick Chubb did, but really at the end of the day, if he would have optimized his lineup with putting the best players on his bench into his lineup, end of the day, he would have come away with like maybe 12 more points.
Yep.
Now would not have made any sort of difference at all. Because yeah, man, AVI Fantasy, man, Anthony Raheem Mostert got 33 points, killed it. However, most of that came on one 75-yard touchdown reception.
Freaking fast as heck. They say he was like the fastest. I don't know, he got the fastest miles per hour.
Really?
Of anybody. Faster than Tyreek Hill or something. I don't know. Something
wow.
crazy.
Yeah. Impressive. Adam Thielen got 31 points for him. Got like 2 touchdowns and 110 yards.
Yeah.
And then Lamar Jackson, man, you can't go wrong with Lamar Jackson. So Anthony's going to be a tough contender this year, especially if Mostert keeps doing what he's doing.
Definitely.
However, I don't think it's going to stay like that. I think Raheem Mostert, that is his ceiling, man. That is the best he will ever do. After this, you may see a 20-point game from him at best.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I think his floor is really good. He'll always have more than 10 points.
Yeah.
But I don't think he crests 20 points more than maybe a handful of times a season, 2 or 3.
I agree with that.
And then Mark Ingram, man. Mark Ingram did not do well for him. 29 rush yards, whereas J.K. Dobbins, man. J.K. Dobbins sitting on my bench got like 15.5 points. So who's the real number one there in Baltimore?
Yeah, no, there might be questions now.
Yeah.
Questions.
Yeah. But yeah, he now has Kittle down though, and I don't think he has any backup tight end going on right now on his bench. So
I don't know if there's really anything on the wire either, like to grab.
Nothing great. I mean, do you really want the Washington football team's tight end when it's not Jordan Reed?
I cut Greg Olsen, and he actually did get a touchdown.
Yeah, but I mean, there's nothing really juicy.
There's nothing juicy there. No, I looked this morning, and I was like, "There's just nothing."
No, especially right now. Like my backup tight end, Blake Jarwin, broke his knee. He's out for the season right now. So it's just like, I'm gonna have to scrounge somebody.
Is it possible in our league I know it is on the ESPN app. Is it possible to have an IR position?
I believe we do.
Is that what we
I
do? Or
believe we have
we
three
should?
people that we could potentially put into IR. Let me check into that,
Okay.
and I will get back
Yeah.
to you guys. But I
I,
think because of
yeah.
COVID this year, they've extended it from one person that you can put up there to three. So, but I'll check into that and let you know.
Yeah. Because I on the ESPN app, I mean, I have Debo Samuels in both leagues actually, this one and the other one, and I put him on IR because that gives you an opportunity to pick up somebody else out of free agency. But
Yep.
and I was trying to do that in our league, and I was like, I don't know, there's a thing for that. But
I
yeah,
think
I'll look
there
around.
is. I might have to go into the management settings and check it out just to make sure that it is
Yeah, I like that
implemented.
feature. I like that feature a lot.
So I'll check into that, let you
Okay,
know.
cool. Oh yeah, yeah. Anyway,
Enough about that game. Let's get into the top three, the ones that really matter.
the ones that matter and are going to be contending at the end of the season.
Yep, yep. Because let me tell you, man, number three, Dayman had 153.88 points to Leroy Jenkins 125. Doug, man, did really good, man. You put in a valiant effort,
Yeah,
not too much on your bench that you could have done differently, man. You would have beaten a lot of people this week, but it was just Dayman's week, man.
Aaron, he gets a cookie thrown his way every once in a while, but
Absolutely.
okay.
Even though he's going to get a little bit of hurt sandwich here soon because Connor is going to be going down for a little while, I feel.
James, yeah, you will.
Yeah, he's really got no number one running back right now, man. He's got Ronald Jones, Kareem Hunt, and with Connor going down, that's a
Yeah,
tough running back situation. On his bench, he's got Duke Johnson, which he's going to be gone for a while. And then Captain Concrete Fingers and DeAndre Swift, man. Did you see what happened there?
dude, that was so painful. I watched that live.
Oh man.
Watched that live. I
Yeah,
mean, that was
it's
the catch against the line, or sorry, against the Bears, right?
yeah, it's against the
Yeah.
Bears and it
Um,
would have been a walk-off touchdown.
yeah, it would
Sealed
have
the
been.
game,
It was like the last
finish.
play, second last play of the game.
Oh, it was an easy catch by all accounts too. I have not gone and seen it,
It was
but
not. He was not touched. He just, yeah, it was. He could have called it. I was really hoping he would have, because again, I'm in Bears territory right now, so it. I would have.
yeah, I'm sure a lot of people were really happy around you yesterday,
Yeah, there's a lot of happy Packer and Bear fans here.
especially considering it's the Bears and like,
Yeah,
damn, what are the Bears gonna do this year, man?
they're not going to do that. They're
Nah,
not.
not at all. Especially not in that division with the Packers in Minnesota. Even though Minnesota looks pretty terrible after week one, that
Everyone,
defense looks.
everyone keeps giving Vikings thinking that they're going to be the champions and that the Packers were just a fluke last year. But you know what? You argued with me. You wanted the Vikings to be the best in the division when we talked about the projections, and the Packers still lived up, beat them.
After week one, I am willing to admit that I was wrong on my assessment of the Packers so far. We'll see how the season progresses, though.
Cool. All right, maybe we can move on.
But yeah, Dayman killed it with Russell Wilson, Julio Jones, and Devontae Adams really leading his team. I want to say, let's see, that's 60, 90.
He went all out at
Yeah,
receiver this year.
that's 100 points. He got at least 100 points between his two wide receivers and his quarterback alone.
Yeah, no, that's what he said. He ignored the running backs and went straight for receivers this year.
Yep.
I
And
did the
Devontae
opposite.
Adams was a great call. Don't think he's ever going to do, quite this again, but he definitely has the capability, especially with Aaron Rodgers as his quarterback.
No, the Packers offense looked really fluid. I was happy, man. It looked
Yeah.
really good. So we'll see how the future or what the future holds for them.
Definitely made me a little bit sad as a pseudo Vikings fan. When I'm not cheering for my Giants, I need to cheer for my, brethren.
Yeah.
So in second place, I think we have somebody relatively familiar to the podcast.
Yeah,
Who's in second place?
probably someone named Tony S. Burgess.
Ah, yes, yes, indeed. We'd have Mr. Tony S. Burgess in second place. Actually, was a little bit scary from my
Little bit,
perspective, man. Were you starting to bite your nails a little bit?
little bit. Last night, little bit, little bit, little bit. But then I saw Goskowski miss a couple kicks.
5 field goals or so. No, it
Yeah.
was three field goal attempts and 1 point after. He left like 10 points just sitting there on the bench.
Yeah, he did.
And here's the really funny thing, man. If he would have scored those points and gotten that lead against with how that defense was treating the Broncos, would Derrick Henry have really been would he have been as necessary as he was
Had
later
they
in the
would have
game?
passed more, they probably would have not ran 31 times with him.
Dude, I think if he would have hit all those field goals, she could have beat you.
It was a good game. It was a good match. It was fun. But in the end, the champ is victorious.
Indeed, indeed. You are still victorious with, on the back of Rodgers, and yeah, Henry got you 22 points. Great call. Jones got you 20 points. AJ Green,
Yeah,
10.10,
didn't
not
do that much.
terrible. DK Metcalf definitely was the star of the
Yeah,
Seattle receiving core. Even though Lockett did not do bad, he had more receiving yards. Your guy got the touchdown.
exactly.
Hunter Henry didn't do bad. David
Eh,
Johnson talked about last week, killed it, 22 points as well. And especially now that he's the only running back for the Texans until they bring in Devontae Freeman.
yeah, yeah. No, I'm pleased with my running back situation right now.
Yeah. Though Laura should not be sad with
No,
her running back situation either, man. Kenyon Drake, 17 points. Josh Jacobs, 40.9 points.
yeah, that's insane.
Damn. Juju coming back, finally working with
Big
Big
Ben.
Ben again, got 24 points, 2 touchdowns, and 69 yards. Yeah, man. Laura, I did not put a lot of faith into her team when she drafted, just upon first inspection. But no, she can definitely be a contender.
Oh yeah,
She definitely would have won if she would have played Jamison Crowder. But I mean, who really plays Jamison Crowder from the Jets over Keenan Allen from the Chargers?
no, exactly. No one would have done that.
Nobody would have done that. Stupid. And maybe if her defense got her at least 1 point.
Yeah. No, no.
But no, you
Packers got
definitely got lucky.
Packers got a safety and an INT.
Hmm.
So a couple points.
Sack, safeties, 2 sacks, an interception. They gave up like
They gave
34
up a
points
lot of
though.
freaking points in the end. They kept letting them score a touchdown after touchdown. My points just kept dropping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, ultimately, end of the day, you won 157.06 to 143.06.
It was a good game.
So a 14-point differential between you guys.
Yep. No, it was a good game. Yeah, I can't wait to see what she does later in the season.
Yep, yep. And then finally, we got your first place competitor. You know him.
We figured out this
You
who's the
love
first
him.
and second thing.
Points. How many points scored?
Okay.
That's ultimately what it comes down to. Eventually, it'll come down to head to head.
Yeah.
Like if you and I have the same record, but I've beaten you, then it comes down to our head to head. And if we've played each other twice and you've won one, I've won one, it comes down to total points again.
Yeah. Okay.
So, but you know him, you love him. It's me, the Twisted Viking. 159.8 to 135.84.
Our points
Daniel,
are pretty close.
you put up a hell of a fight, man. But ultimately, nah, man. And I just want to, I'm going to take a second. I'm going to do a little math for you guys, and I'll put the fear of God into y'all. I already scored the most points amongst everybody week 1. That being said, I also left 93 points sitting on my bench.
Oh,
If I would have made three key substitutions for Cam Newton, Malcolm Brown, and the Saints defense, I would have scored 198.42 points.
well, should have, would have, could have, huh?
Oh yeah, shoulda, woulda, coulda, sure, but just letting you guys know because Malcolm Brown, he's coming at you guys, all down your throat now.
And I was gonna get
Saints defense all year long now. Come at me, bro. Nobody can touch me. I got
Yeah,
this. I got this.
yeah. It's game over already after week 1. Okay.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But no, Daniel put up a hell of a week 1, with his 4 tight ends. Uh Dak Prescott didn't do great, but did okay. Put up 18 points. Dalvin Cook put up 24 points. Calvin Ridley, man, Calvin Ridley put up 34 points. Hell of a job from him. Definitely scared me for a little while. Travis Kelsey, 17 points. So, he had a lot of really good scoring going on this week. Not much I would have done on the bench to really, help him out at all.
Yeah, no, and I have to verse him this coming week. That's my next opponent, Mr. Daniel.
Yeah, yeah. I got Josh, I think, this upcoming week, but we'll get into that when we get into our preview, our upcoming week's preview. But as of right now, yeah, it's projecting me to destroy Josh 130 to 94. Just saying. But projections. We all know how projections work.
Yep.
But I mean, oh man, his quarterback's taking on the Baltimore defense. Oh, that's just juicy. His wide receivers taking on that Baltimore defense, and he still doesn't have a kicker.
Still no kicker.
Yeah, Lev Bell is gone, so yeah, I have hope for this week too. We'll see what happens. We'll get to that when we get to our week 2 preview, but that was our breakdown for week 1 and what happened and everybody's rankings. I guess we should let everybody know who's in 7th through last place as well. So just to let everybody know, as far as 7th through last place, we have the Mad Morkies, Laura. Man, Laura would have beaten most people.
Yeah.
I want to say she would have beaten yeah, she would have beaten all but like 3 people in the league this week. Or 4. She would have beaten all but 4.
Yeah,
So,
that's crazy.
Yep. But we have Laura in 7th. We have Daniel in 8th. Doug in 9th. Cody in 10th. Josh in 11th. And Jamie in 12th. All the faraway guys are all losing. It's designed that way, right? We got to keep the title. We got to keep the title in house.
Keep it in Colorado. Yep.
Exactly. Got to keep it in Colorado. I don't feel like shipping it out anywhere else. So, come on, Colorado guys. At least one of us win it.
Yep.
But yeah, that was our week 1 breakdown. So I hope you guys all enjoyed that. We will come back at you in a couple days here for our week 2 preview and get to that. So yeah. For my co-host, Mr. Tony S. Burgess, did we have the S stand for anything today?
It's Sunday, just Sunday.
Sunday fun day. Well, I am your hostess with the mostest, Mr. Garrett M. La Laguna. The M now stands for matches because we're going to burn this mother down.
Right.
So that's how it's going this week, man. Take it easy, guys. Have a good rest of your week. We'll come back at you later. Like, share, subscribe, do that whole thing, wherever that is. I don't care to who. Just do it. Have fun. All right. Later, guys.